Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Boss on here. Yes, I am back with another upload. And yes, if you can tell by the title, this is a storytime video, but this storytime video is different. So I've already done these types of videos on my channels where there's some very short stories that I won't be able to make their own entire video. So I decided that I'm going to make a couple of stories and put them together into one video, and it happens to be car drifting that I've been woken up to. But without further ado, let's get into it. So basically, I live in an apartment complex, and this apartment complex kind of faces towards the freeway and this giant field that used to be a giant field. Probably saying, well, why is it a giant field? Well, I don't know. That happens to be a giant field that's really empty. It used to be empty because now there's a lot of buildings that people are building for like business or whatever. But back in the day, there used to be it used to be empty, but now it's not empty. It's a giant, like there's like these giant buildings. I mean, it's like not like very giant buildings, whatever. But now these days, it's a perfect place to test your car on drifting, whatever, with Dodge Chargers or whatever car you want to type. But there's like this giant parking lot as well in this giant field. And because of that, sometimes or most of the time, cars would be drifting outside where I sleep. However, because this is all happening at midnight, while I'm sleeping, most of the time I won't hear the noise, but sometimes I'll hear the cars drifting outside, and it'll make it mostly impossible to sleep. But sometimes during these things that would happen at night, it would kind of scare me to death. For an example, I was going to sleep, and then all of a sudden I hear drifting noises that the cars are making. Basically, there's cars drifting outside in the parking lot. It's been going at least for 5 minutes where I'm trying to go to sleep. So I started to fall asleep. Everything is going nice. I'm trying to ignore the fact there are cars being very loud, and I don't appreciate it. But then I started falling asleep because I'm like, now great. Finally, I can start sleeping. This is awesome. I don't have to deal with the fact there are cars drifting and they are going to disturb my sleep. But I guess I was wrong. Because 1 minute later, I'm just falling asleep. It's like 1 minute into the dream, and I'm just woken up to like a cannon fire, what it sounds like. It sounds very loud. Sounds like someone fired like a pistol or something. I don't know. It was very loud. It sounded like that. And then I woken up to I thought that like something exploded outside, and I was freaking out. I checked outside if anything was happening, but no. Because you know what? What was that? It was the exhaust from the car. If you don't know what exhaust is, it's basically the pipe that gas comes out of a car. I think we all know how cars work, but yeah. Apparently, the car was going so fast and they were drifting so hard that the gas exploded. Holy crap, I'm saying so much. Anywho, like I said, this stuff tends to happen where I live. And that's just not the only experience I had with being woke up from exhaust popping. There was another time where I was sleeping, right? And I was looking out my window, and then I started hearing some screeching, and I realized, oh shoot, it's them drifting again. However, even though I can't see what's out there, I know it's like they're drifting outside. So for at least for the next 10 minutes, I just hear them just constantly drifting like non-stop. And I mean, what I mean non-stop is that they're actually just drifting. They're not non-stop drifting. They're drifting everywhere basically. But at this point, I was already tired enough, so I decided that I was going to go to bed. So I think that, hey, nothing's going to happen. I'm just going to go to sleep. I'm going to fall asleep, and everything's going to be fine. But no. I guess my dream was hey, let's scare myself the living crap out of. Now I'm just gonna play some car drifting exhaust pipes basically exploding in the middle of my dream, so I can be woken up like I'm going to school, my timer just runs out. But I fall asleep. I don't remember anything much else, but then 5 minutes later, I hear another explosion, except this time it was much more louder than usual. Much more louder. It actually sounds like a tank gun being fired. That's what it sounds like. And so at this point I thought that, hey, maybe there was an explosion outside and a car basically did destroy itself. But I look and I don't see anything. I don't see any fire. I don't see anything in the parking lot. And it's like, did these guys just literally dipped? Because what I should have done before is that I get out of the house. I opened my front door, I close it, and I went outside to see if there was any cars. And surprisingly, there was no more cars drifting outside. So I was kind of freaked out at that point. I was like, okay, that's weird, but I'm just gonna go back to my house because I don't want to stay here any longer. It's at least 2 p.m. It's the wood. I don't want to keep roaming around the streets and end up finding a skinwalker trying to chase me down and saying, I want your soul, which I'm not that's not gonna happen. Other than that, though, I would appreciate if you guys can press the like button. If you don't press the like button, well, you will be chased by a skinwalker. It's just a proven fact. Other than that, though, I hope you guys enjoy this story. Like I said, I wasn't gonna make this story, but I thought that, hey, this could be a great idea. But on another note, I'm out of here. Peace.